listeners are as important as our guests. Join in on the conversation. 504-341-8255, the New Orleans Talk Network. Listeners are as important as our guests. Join in on the conversation. 504-341-8255, the New Orleans Talk Network.
Talk with Mary J. I am your host, Mary J. Happy Merry Monday to all of you all around the world. I hope you're having a happy Merry Monday today. We're in the studio and we're excited because we're getting ready for Women of Treasure Conference 2018. Yes, Women of Treasure, let's stay together. And we're in the studio today with this beautiful anointed vessel on today. Her name is Ronicka Briscoe. She's going to share everything about what she does, who she is, and she was a part of Women of Treasure last year. So I am so happy to have you on the show with us today.
Thank you so much for inviting me. And thank you for allowing me to participate in Women of Treasure last year.
I'm so happy that you did.
And I hope that I get to be a part as well this year.
Yes.
So I am the Chief Strategist at Legacy Inventive Solutions for Schools, and our goal is to help schools meet their goals.
Yes.
So we work with schools, school leaders, and teachers in making sure that they have the tools that they need to be successful with their kids. So this is through professional development. This is through helping them set up special programs. And we also have a conference coming up for teachers in October. It's called Masterclass.
Okay.
So just all things school, all things related to making sure that our kids have a quality education. That's what we do.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I am so happy to have met you. I just love women. I love connecting and partnering with powerful women that are on the move and those women that may not know how to move but need some direction. Yes. So I'm so glad that you were a part of Women of Treasure last year's conference too, as a vendor. Yes. She actually came as a vendor. Tell me, how did you find out about Women of Treasure?
So a great friend of mine, Jawan, actually is a part.
Oh, yes, Jawan is a member of us.
She invited us to come in fellowship and also let us know about the vendor opportunity.
Awesome.
So thank her for that. Yay, thank you.
Yeah, okay, well, great. I'm glad that you heard about us and you were able to come and share. And you came on as a vendor, Ronicka, not giving away or selling anything, but just there to empower others about what you're doing in the educational knowledge that to bring awareness to our community.
Yes.
Talk about a little bit more in depth about what you do.
So I had the opportunity at Women of Treasure to actually speak with participants about education. Some people who hadn't really thought about it in a while. And we talked about their aspirations and their goals and things that they wanted to see for their future and for their kids. Many of them had questions about schools for their children and just making a good decision. Overall, Legacy really seeks to support schools, right? Okay. So many of our schools are thriving, and we help those as well through professional development and support, but some of our schools are struggling and are in need of additional support. And our goal is really to make sure that every kid has a quality education, and we do that through working with those school leaders to see what are the little pieces that we can fix and what are the huge things that we need to tackle. And we're side by side with them, helping them make the decisions that are in the best interest of children, and you know, to make sure that they get a quality education.
Awesome. So you work in conjunction with schools as well as with the parents that are looking for better education, more quality education for their children.
So that's lanyard, right? So
yes,
usually when I say that I'm an educator, I used to be a teacher, I used to be an assistant principal, people usually say, well, you know schools, right? I'm looking for a school for my kid. So that's not actually the goal of the organization, but we help.
Okay.
We will help parents advocate. We will help them get what they need, especially parents who have children with specific learning disabilities and need support with finding a good fit for them. I meet people in the grocery store all the time. You know, they may see something that reflects that I'm a teacher or an educator, and they always say, you know, I have a kid who has this issue or needs this type of support, and I've been having a hard time finding a good fit. And we usually end up having a conversation and exchanging contact information. So that's not what we do, you know, typically, but we're always willing to help and support in any way that's possible, because at the end of the day, it's our children, not just, you know, as a parent, you know, trying to do it on our own. It's going to take a community to really make this thing work.
Yes. Now, Jawan did tell me about you, but I didn't connect the dots to know that you actually heard about Women of Treasure through Jawan. Jawan is one of our Jews, our Women of Treasure Jews that have been with me for the long haul. She used to serve as my assistant when I was serving as the first assistant pastor at Beacon Light of International Ministry. So Jawan was actually my assistant. So she did tell me some wonderful things about you. I just had no idea that she was your connection into becoming a vendor at the conference. So let me hear more about why you started this journey, because you said you were an assistant principal. Jawan did tell me that. How do you go from letting go, being an assistant principal of a school, and then stepping out in faith and launching your own business?
So I was actually at the time a principal when, you know, God really laid on my heart. It was actually around December. And I had been really the whole entire year praying, because some things weren't philosophically aligned for me in the organization that I was working with. And, you know, at the end of the day, when you lead with God first, and things aren't necessarily going in that direction, and you're responsible for all these kids, like you're going to do what's in the best interest of them. So Legacy was born out of this idea that, you know, what you do for kids matter, and it has a lasting impact. So when we think back to teachers that we've had, you can always pinpoint that one that had the huge impact on you. And that's their legacy.
Absolutely.
So, and our logo actually have 3 stars for the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, to make sure that we keep God.
Love it.
Yeah, so that we keep God first in the forefront. So, you know, he laid it upon my heart, and I stepped away from a job, you know, getting those checks every 2 weeks, and but it wasn't what I was supposed to be doing, and it wasn't inside of an organization where I needed to be. I needed to be able to step away and watch God move.
Yes.
And, you know, even in these last 2 weeks, Legacy has been everywhere from New Orleans to Baton Rouge to Shreveport to Monroe. Like
God is just opening doors.
He is. So at the end of the day, you know, it's about being obedient.
Absolutely.
And
that's right.
when he lays something on your heart and you're like, are you sure about this? He's sure.
He's sure. I love that.
What it is that he wants you to do. And even my connection with Jawan also has an organization called CoLab, and we've been able to collaborate on a number of projects. And she came in my life at a place, it was difficult. And she was able to bring joy and peace and support.
She's such a sweetheart. I love her.
At a time when I needed it most.
I love her.
So, you know, through that, we forged a friendship, you know. So everything happens the way God has planned it. And he is, like they say, a great orchestrator. So he's always moving the pieces in the direction that they're supposed to go and fitting them together in his perfect way.
And I love it. I love it. I love it. I tell you, that is such a blessing, because let me tell you, Jawan told me after the conference, she came to me, she was like, Elder, I know you don't know Ronicka, but she is a powerful woman of God. She's very intelligent. She has this beautiful business that she's just started to help schools and help educators. Think about getting her on your show. So I want to say that publicly to all of the listening audience, because you actually came on at Women of Treasure as a vendor, not having anything to sell. So you weren't concerned about, how am I going to get this money back that I've sown into this organization, right? I have a business of information that I want to give this knowledge and to empower the people. So that blessed my heart right there, because I know I was like all over the place, meeting this person, greeting that person, eating, because we had just came from fasting. So we were back on our salads and were able to eat a little bit of chicken or something, baked chicken. And then in the midst of taking pictures and all of what we had going on, I saw you at the table with a beautiful smile, engaging the people. And of course, I believe in just being at the right place at the right time. And I don't count it as a coincidence. You understand? It's ordained of God, because your steps are ordered by the Lord. So you stayed on my mind, and I went searching for you on Facebook. Had the wrong name, was thinking your name was Ronicka, and it's Ronicka. That's why I couldn't find you. Okay. So I got back with Jawan, like, who is she? Where is she? She's been in my spirit, because you were able to sow into Women of Treasure and not receive anything back because you weren't selling anything. I wanted to open this door to have you on the show so you can be able to give more knowledge and more information to the people so we can be educated, because the Word of God says that we're destroyed for a lack of knowledge, right? And it also says that not because we do not have the knowledge, it's because we reject it. So we are so happy to have you on the show. Thank you for sowing that seed as a vendor, stepping out in faith, doing what God has called you to do. I mean, I believe you already encouraging so many other viewers that are watching that want to take that step out. What I love about what you just said is that you didn't know how you were going to do it. You didn't know, but God knew.
He knew.
And He opened these doors for you. Awesome.
So that's who I am as a person. Like, you know, it's not ever about what you're getting in return. Right?
It can't be.
So when you pass something on to somebody else, it's never with the intent for you to get something back. Because the hope is that they pass something on to somebody else.
That's right.
But I'll always be blessed. Like, you know, it may not come from the same person that I was able to bless, but He has a way of making sure that I've been taken care of.
That's right.
You know, so you know, that's the important part, right? Especially when you're in your career interest is around children. When your career interest is around children, you know, you can't ever lead with thinking that money is the answer to things or whatever, right? So you walk into schools and children don't have things, what you're going to do? You're going to find a way to get it and provide it and support schools to do that. So, you know, when you have been blessed, it's always your duty to bless somebody else and to pass it on. So tell us about some of the schools that you've been helping. What exactly that you've been able to give to provide for those different entities. Okay, so recently we've actually partnered with a local community college who have an early learning center. So we've done some work with their teachers. I'm not sure if you realize it or not, but there's a lot of things that's been happening in the state of Louisiana where there's accountability laws and rules that's even coming down birth through 5 years old. So it's trickling down to the teachers very slowly. And what we've been able to do this summer is work with them to get them the knowledge and tools necessary, because they're going to be rated. They're going to, you know, people are going to come in from the state and observe them, and they're going to be rated 1 star, 2 star, 3 stars, 4 stars. So that can be overwhelming. But we have educators that come to work every day because they love kids and they have everything that they need to be successful. You just have to make sure they know under what terms So we've been able to work with them, do professional development with them, and we have plans to do walkthroughs and make sure that they're ready for those visits. We partner with the school in a visual art school in Baton Rouge. So all of their kids are talented. So they do arts, music, drama. So we got to work with the teachers, and it was called Do You Believe in Magic? And it was an opportunity to really help them see the curiosity and the wonder in children and be able to pull that out in them. We went up to Shreveport to a charter school out there, and it was around restorative approaches. This whole idea that when kids come to us, it's the best that they have to offer, and it's our responsibility to meet them where they are. And, schools have tried to suspend their way out of it. We've tried no excuses. They've tried all these things that do not work for our kids. So we have to build relationships with them, and we have to give them the opportunity to learn from their mistakes. And when we set up a culture where they can do that, you'll see the school thrive. You'll see academics increase because that part has been taken care of, the culture part, the discipline side of it. But teachers have to own that, right? Teachers have to be willing to build relationships with kids first, because kids aren't going to learn anything until they know that you care, right?
Absolutely.
So, in leading with that, so we got the opportunity to go out there and work with them. So, a number of different things, pretty much whatever schools need, we can provide it. We have a great team, and we also collaborate with other organizations such as Collab Lab, where we have a group of educators, diagnosticians, business people, to be able to meet their needs.
That's wonderful, wonderful, and that's a whole lot of ground
that
you're actually covering. You're going into these schools and partnering with them and helping them to get more structured, right, and to educate their instructors to prepare them for learning and teaching, because they're learning and then they're able to teach what they've learned. That is so tremendous. That is so tremendous, and I'm telling you, you are a jewel. So I am so excited about what you're doing, because I was all a part of really kind of like getting those kids who are less fortunate and getting the best quality educations, because years ago you had to live in the best districts to go to the best schools, right? And so what you're doing, and to have to revamp all of that and take a step out in faith and see God move and open doors for you. That's a tremendous blessing, Ronicka.
It is a blessing. It's a true blessing. Like, I get to wake up and do what I love. Like, there's
nothing like doing what you love to do. Absolutely.
And not be fearful or sad, or like when you get up and you know that you're working to make a difference. Like, it really helps. Just you being open and having a positive mind and a positive attitude about the work, and not feeling like it's a task, right? Definitely makes a difference, and I'm thankful for that. Like, I love it. Like, I'm such a nerd. I'm into it. So good. It makes me happy. It makes me excited to put these different pieces together and to collaborate, with different types of people, different types of schools, different ethnicities, different backgrounds. Low income, more affluent, like, it doesn't matter. Kids are kids, right? So it has been a huge blessing and a huge opportunity, because along the way I've gotten to bring my kids with me, right?
Right. I was going to ask you about your kids too, because you were at the conference with your kids. So how many kids do you have?
I have 2 kids. I have a little girl and a little boy, one of each. We're done. So I mean, growing up, my stepdad was in the military, so we got a chance to move around and have different opportunities. And that's one of the things that I want for my kids, right? I want them to have the opportunities to visit other places and to see other cultures and to do different things. So that's a great blessing with this work as well, with leading an organization. They get to come along for the ride and for the journey, and kind of watch through the lens of kids, and help get things together. And so it's been just a great experience for them to be in a place. Like, how many people get to bring their kids with them to work, you know, when it's appropriate. Yeah, and just having the ability to travel with your children. Thanks to my mom, we have a granny nanny, so she...
Granny nanny. I'm going to be a grand Mary. Yes.
You are?
I am.
All righty.
Coming soon. I'm excited.
Yeah, so my mom is our granny nanny, so she travels with us when my husband is not able to spoil the children. So she does all of that. And she's a part of Legacy as well. Whatever needs to be done. My sister as well.
So beautiful.
My sister is a special education teacher. She's a part of the Legacy family as well. So it's been a blessing to be able to do this together and like have the full support of my family.
That's all God.
Yes.
That's all God. When he does it, he does all things well. And one thing I can say that when we step out in faith and believing that it's a God-given vision, it's way bigger than us.
Yes.
We don't know what's down the road, what it's going to be at the end, but we know the reward is going to be great.
Yes.
And one thing about God, when he brings us forward, he never leaves our family disarranged, disconnected, disengaged. No, absolutely not.
No,
not absolutely not.
So, like, the support has been huge, and I definitely wouldn't be able to do it without them, you know.
Yes,
so
that's right.
It has definitely been a family affair, and, you know, my sister, who majored in biology pre-med, never thought that she would be in education.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
And, yep, so when you say that, you know, it's all been set up, it's all been set up. You know? Orchestrated.
Yes. Wow, this is exciting. I am so happy to connect with this jewel, and I want to talk to you more about all of what you do, especially for our special needs kids. We're going to connect with that. We're getting back to school, getting ready. I want you all to prepare your jewels. If you have a jewel, a young lady age 17 and under, register them to come to this fabulous conference. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be powerful. We have Dr. Sade Womack that is going to empower them from the subject whole me, the whole me. All of me, the total me. She's going to deal with promiscuity, insecurity, vanity. So, hey, if you have a teen, a young woman that wants to be a part of this conference, have them to connect with us. The registration for our jewels is only $10. That's it, only $10, and it will still remain $10 for our jewels. We're getting ready to go into commercial break. We want you all to share, invite someone to connect so you can receive all of this information that Ronicka has to share with you all on today. We'll be right back after this. That's wonderful.
Hello, beautiful women of treasure. We're exactly 1 month away from our conference, Women of Treasure, Let's Stay Together. We're excited about what God is getting ready to do. We're counting on you. We need you to get registered, and we're asking that each woman commit to register, and at least 5 women. We're calling you pearls. Those that register more, you'll see our incentive attached below. Women of Treasure, let's make this commitment to reach our goal. I'm counting on you.
And I want to encourage you to join Church Without Walls every Monday morning from 11 a.m. to 12 noon.
And we want to encourage you to promote God's plan and not man's plan.
Don't you dare miss it.
Hello, this is Dr. Glenda E. Williams.
This is Charles Stewart.
Dr. Anthony Williams.
Are you looking for a home to live stream your next event? Give us a call here at Bethesda Community Event Center, the only place on the Gulf Coast that can host and broadcast live your wedding reception, your baby shower, business seminar, and any other special event. Give us a call at 504-708-9454 for more details.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Dr. Rhonda M. Lawson. And can you believe that it has been 1 year since Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions hit your airwaves? We have interviewed authors, entrepreneurs, playwrights, musicians, and everyone in between, all to bring you the best of literary conversation. And we plan to do it again this year, but only better. So join us right here in the Literary Lounge each Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the New Orleans Talk Network. See you there.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Monday. I hope you're having a happy Merry Monday all day long. Welcome to Real Talk with Mary J. And to our listening audience all around the world, you've tuned in to Real Talk with Mary J. If you're listening to us via radio station, we're global all around the world. I hope you're having a happy Merry Monday. And those of you that are sharing with us social media, have a happy Merry Monday all day long today. We are excited to be sharing in the studio today with Ronicka. I was about to call you the other day. Yeah, with Ronicka Briscoe today, and we're so happy to have this Jew connected with us on today. You have such a wealth of information to share. I'm telling you, iron sharpens iron. I get excited when I connect with other women. I love going out, meeting other women, seeing what they're doing, and just, connecting with them because they may have something that I don't have. I may have something that you may not have, and it's so good to come together that we can empower each other. Yes. Isn't that a blessing?
It's a blessing.
Yeah. Yes. So I was talking about the Jews right before commercial break. So all of you that have Jews, young girls that you know, businesses, organizations that have young women that you want to empower, get them to our conference that is coming up this week. I'm excited. August the 17th and 18th, our Jews, our girls in pearls will be in the conference. So if you like to send your girls, please do so. Ronicka was just telling me some wonderful news during our commercial break about empowerment and what these young Jews are doing. Let us hear more about that.
So this summer, I actually got an opportunity to work with a group of girls, and the talk was called Silhouettes of Me.
Yes.
And it was an opportunity for them to really learn to love themselves for who they are. A lot of times our young girls are looking for acceptance. Yes. They are looking for someone to love them. And, we have to validate our kids in the house, in the church, continue to feed into them that they're great, that they're wonderful, that they're beautiful. And inside of that Silhouettes of Me, we looked at portraits of great, inspiring Black women. So we looked at Oprah, Michelle Obama, Gabrielle Douglas, the gymnast, Serena Williams. In the city of New Orleans, we have our first female mayor. So it was just a powerful opportunity to talk to them and look at all of these women who've come before you. In 300 years, the city of New Orleans has never seen an African-American, a woman period, but an African-American woman become mayor. You can do that.
Right.
You can do anything you choose. You have the ability to choose. Whatever it is that you want to do, you can go for it. So it was a huge opportunity for our kids to really see silhouettes of them. This could be you. Do you want to be this TV personality turned billionaire? Do you want to be a great gymnast? What is it that God has laid on your heart? What's your desire? You can do that. So we gave them mirrors and an affirmation journal. Because at the end of the day, our kids, when they wake up and they look in the mirror, they have to say, I love myself. I am going to do great things. I'm going to not only dream big, I'm going to go for my dreams. I'm going to do what it is that I want to do. And, that's a huge part of kids being able to achieve great things, right? My mom had 10 siblings, and I was the first in our family to go to college, and I'm one of the younger grandchildren, right?
Oh, really?
So, you have to know what it is that you want to accomplish, and God will help you get wherever you want to go. And we done been around the world. We done been a lot of places with nothing, you know, and he will make it possible.
Yes, he will. Yes,
Yeah.
he will. I love it. The silhouettes of me.
Silhouettes of
so
me,
they
yeah.
get to reflect and look in the mirror and see who they
They
are
are.
and who they can become.
Yeah.
I love that, especially because even when we think of our history and we celebrate Black history, which
Yes.
is Black history all
The
year
year
long,
long. Yep.
right? But when we are in the educational system, we've always looked at those who have gone before us and have
Yeah.
passed on.
Yeah.
But we can look at today,
Yeah.
what is happening
Today.
today. Yeah,
Yeah. And
those
like,
people
we're
who are
making-
empowering us now.
We're making history all the time. Like, I
Yes.
just read something recently. There was a 28-year-old African-American woman from New Orleans. She's the youngest to ever own a McDonald's.
Wow.
You know, so it's like, what is it that your heart desire? And, you know, there was a lady recently, she had the makeup line, you know, selling it out the car. And then now it's a multi-million-dollar thing. So where are your gifts? Where are your
Yes.
talents? Everybody have them.
Everybody. You just have to tap into it.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think we as a community have to do better in feeding that into our kids, right? So when you meet a child, when you see that a kid may be sad or maybe not working to their full potential, instead of fussing at them and, you know, bringing them down, really build them up and let them know what they can accomplish and what they can do.
That's right. Find out what their niche is.
Yeah, what they're passionate about, right?
Yeah, whatever. And I come to realize, and you probably would agree with me, whatever it is, that thing that makes you move.
Yes.
That causes you to hunger.
Yeah.
That causes you to want to make, either you want to make it better, you want to change it,
Yes.
or you want to create something altogether new. Whatever is in you will pour out of you. And that's the treasure in you. That's the gift that you have. That's the treasure in you.
Yeah. And I think sometimes it's hard for kids to see it or feel it when, you know, when they're in certain situations.
Right.
But when we have the opportunity to run across these kids, it's not by chance, right? It's your opportunity to really
seize the moment.
Yeah, seize the moment and give them some encouragement and some support to live out their dreams, right?
Yeah, I love that. And so all of what you're doing, and even going into the educational system where they can do creative things with instruments and that sort of thing, you know, because our kids are not always afforded opportunity like those. And now, what is it that we can do that you can think about what we can do? Because everybody is not a NOCA.
Yeah.
Everybody can't. You know, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody may not be accepted into NOCA, but it doesn't mean that they're not great, right? So what can we do with those kids that have those talents, that have those dreams, but they feel like that they didn't make it in this area, so we don't want them to lose hope?
So I would suggest looking to some nonprofit organizations. We have some great ones in the city. So there's Roots of Music, which is outside of school. Like, Roots of Music will come and pick the kids up from their school after school and take them to their facility so that they can play music as a part of that organization. I'm on the board of an organization called 826 New Orleans, and it helps kids to advocate through writing, and they publish books. So there's an after-school program there. They're located on St. Bernard. But we have great Heroes of New Orleans is one that I'm thinking of. They are in Algiers, and they help specifically all kids, but the focus is really on young males and engage them through sports and activities. So I think looking at some of these nonprofit organizations that are doing great things and helping kids get connected to those. Ebony Allen has Soft Sisters. It's a girls mentorship group. So looking at some of these groups who are out there and are really seeking to help kids and encourage them in pursuing their goals and their dreams could be a great place to start. And then, you know, once they matriculate to high school and to college, then they'll have the opportunity to do some of these things, you know, on a higher level.
Yes.
Maybe if it's not offered at the lower levels.
That is great. I hope you're getting all of this wealth of information on today. I'm telling you, we're excited to have our Jews to be a part, and thank you for becoming a sponsor for our Jews to be a part. Those of you that want your young girls to connect with Women of Treasure organization, and also to connect with Ronicka. I mean, tell them how they can connect with you and where they can find you.
Okay, so we're working on social media, but I am on Facebook, Ronicka Harrison Briscoe. Legacy Inventive Solutions is also on Facebook and on Instagram and Twitter at discover_legacy. And then we have a website, www.legacyinventivesolutions.com. So basically, if you find me, Ronicka Harrison Briscoe, on Facebook, you can find all of that.
Yes.
Because I'm constantly sharing.
You're going to connect with
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Okay.
So if there's anyone who needs some support, who are in schools, please reach out. We also have a conference coming up in October. We have a speaker from Washington, D.C., from the White House, the Director of African American Initiatives.
Wow, really?
Monique Toussaint is our keynote speaker. We have a forum on trauma. We have a bunch of great speakers on that. So we are really not addressing issues, like we're confronting them. Like we have to break down these barriers that are impacting our kids from learning. And the way to do that is to directly impact the teachers who are in rooms with kids every day.
That's on point.
Yeah.
That is the direction you go. You impact the teachers so the teachers can impact the students.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. So your conference, give them that date again for your conference. I want to make sure that I have that on my calendar.
Yeah, it's October 7th through 9th at Loyola University. It's a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I will definitely share the information with you. It's called Masterclass. And it's about that. It's growing from where you are to where you want to be as an educator, as a leader, as a person who loves kids and want to support children. So we definitely invite you to come and be a part of it.
I definitely want to come to it.
Yeah.
I definitely want to. So I'm going to jot that down. We'll get the information after the show so I can make sure that I have that on my calendar too. Yes, I would love to be a part of that. That is so much wonderful, good, and great news. I'm telling you, to empower, to educate, to inspire. Yes. Don't you breathe it?
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
I breathe it every day.
Yeah.
You know, I was riding down the street with my daughter just the other day. Shout out to Bishop R.C. Blake's, our father-daughter talk, man. That's going to be sharing at the conference. Yeah, he's going to be our 7:00 p.m. speaker for the conference on that Friday. So I cannot wait to hear what the man of God is going to share with us. But I was riding down the street and there was a young lady walking with her two young girls, and she had her bag. Queenology was on her bag. And my daughter said, "Look, Mom, she has a Queenology bag." So, you know, I rolled down the window, you know. And my daughter said, "Oh, no, you're not." I'm like, "Yes, I am," right? I said, "Hi, Queen. I see you with your bag, girl. Here's our card. You know, come to Women of Trust." She was like, "Oh," when she saw the card, she said, "I'll definitely be there." I just love connecting with other women.
Yes.
I love beautiful women. Because every one of us has a gift inside of us. Every one of us is a treasure, is a jewel. Every one of us has something to offer. You know, you just have to reach deep down in and pull that treasure out.
Yep, and light somebody else's light, right?
Yes.
It won't dim your light
Exactly.
to light the next person's light. And then you have to keep it going, right? So when you look back, you look at who you've lit along the way and who they've lit along the way, then like your impact is endless, right?
Right.
So.
Right. It's wonderful. It's wonderful sharing with you on today. Look, we have just a minute left on the air. We want you all to follow Ronicka.
Yay, find me on Facebook.
Find her on Facebook, Ronicka Harrison Briscoe. Find her on Facebook and give them your website address one more time.
www.legacyinventivesolutions.com.
LegacyInventiveSolutions.com. So go, I'm telling you, go connect with her if you want to get inspired, get equipped, get educated. If you know some educators, you know some people that are doing some great things in the educational system, have them to connect with her, because this wealth of information, you cannot, you can't pass that up. Tell me just a bit about, we just have just a minute left on the air or two. Let us know about, I heard you say something as it relates to our special needs kids. What is it that you all are able to provide?
So we definitely have a team member who is special education certified, but we have helped schools to look at their IEPs, to audit their records, and to support them with making sure that they are legally covered, basically, that everything that is in those files are up to date, that it's what kids need, and that they're given the services that need to be given.
Right.
So we've helped with reconciling IEP records and making sure that parents are involved. And if they need professional development on the legal side of it, we can do that. If they need support on inclusion, meeting kids' needs, just whatever is necessary, we're able to do that for them. We don't want to leave any kids behind.
Right.
You know, all children have gifts, all children have talents, and it's our responsibility to make sure that they get what they need.
Wonderful, wonderful. I hope you had a happy, merry Monday, all of you in social media land, radio land. Did you have a happy, merry Monday
I had
today?
a beautiful Merry Monday.
I'm so happy that you did. I'm so glad to connect with you, too. We're going to stay connected.
Yes.
Let's stay together.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. We'll be right here next week. You can have a happy, merry Monday with us every Monday morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time.